away 3 queens.
Enough is enough, says John Regis, and unless a 6 or 8 comes, he is going to be doubled through in a very strong position. Fiona's drawn live to 6 cards here. She did not hit, and
what an amazing game poker is.
I mean, Steve, it was either suicidal or the most amazing call that's been made today.
Unpredictable is John Regis, certainly. Fiona, one bluff too many, possibly.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
Ronnie seems like he's in a spot where he's winning this tournament his way, and
Pass.
he's doing a very good job of it.
Well, he's the only one raising on the button. And he'll raise now. He's raising all the time. It's the right thing to do.
He's become a machine. The terminology has slowed him down a little bit, but he knows what he wants to do.
He wants to bully. That's what he's doing.
8 in.
Right, I'll put 10 in.
Yeah, if you put that in.
Yeah.
Right, now tell me how much you want to raise.
Another 20,000.
20,000
Yeah.
more, 35 total.
Oh, fantastic.
That
was easy, wasn't it?
And John Regis.
Oh my.
John Regis laughed his head off and saw his cards and went all serious.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Cool.
And,
Oh, a little call.
Well, this is giving Ronnie a chance to catch up and pass him.
Not so good with Ace King. Better with a pair of something. The flat call.
I mean, it's a tough hand to be trapping with, isn't it?
Yeah.
What
Ace
if the
King.
7 or 9 comes?
Well, that's better.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Now what? Now what for Ronnie O'Sullivan? Oh
All
dear.
in.
Oh dear. John Regis. Now is your time. Now is the time.
Well, it's not really that tough a call, is it, Steve?
No, but it's nice. The drama of it's good, isn't it? Don't, whatever you do, throw these away. Otherwise I will get the taxi home.
This is about the 4th time John Regis has been put to all his chips.
Cool.
He's been battered bloody, but this is a huge pot, and John Regis is looking to take the chip lead here, Steve.
Well, it was 1 all in too many for Ronnie O'Sullivan. You really had to be wary of that ace, especially after John had called the raise.
Ronnie O'Sullivan will have about 140,000 left.
7.
But this pot is the important one, and as he says, a 7 or 9 would let him warm out of the hole.
Am I still in it?
7 or a 9
You're loaded, mate.
is all about he can have.
This could be painful.
Well, that's a huge card for John Regis. It means the 9 will do nothing for Ronnie O'Sullivan's hand. 2 7s in the deck to get him out, and that's it.
Go away. Go away.
John Regis is about to become
A
chip leader.
Who would have thought it, Steve? At one point in this heat, John Regis had 32,000 in chips
17, 18, 91.
and was on the verge of folding his way to defeat. But now here he is with half of the stacks. And geez, it's hard to say what's going to happen next.
You know those 3 queens he threw away? You know, I think that was probably the right thing to do, because he didn't have to take the chance. I think he's probably the best player around the table here. And all of a sudden, that pie chart's looking very, very nice.
It sure is. The real story right now is Ronnie, who is dripping away.
He's struggling there. He's frustrated all of a sudden. The winner of this heat goes through to the main event as the celebrity qualifier. So perhaps it is time to make a move with the ace-8, a raise.
Cool.
Well,
Raise.
that is not something we've come to expect from Fiona Foster, is it? And Ronnie is eyeing.
Fold.
Looked like he was getting some ideas there.
He's having a think. Too sure what he's thinking.
What are you going to do, big stack?
What are you going to do, big stack? There's a chat-up line.
Wow.
He's raising.
No, continue.
That was the closest John Regis has gotten to making a big bluff, but I don't think it would have gotten through that time. Do you think Fiona was very happy with the ace?
I think it has John bluffed at all? I don't know if my memory serves me correctly. He's not really bluffed at all, has he?
I don't think he has. But he's certainly called some big ones.
Sort of semi-bluff coming up.
Check.
No, semi-check bluff.
All in. All in.
All in.
Jeez, that's strong.
Massive bet. And the right thing to do.
Do you want me to counter down?
Unless it was a trap. But
Fold.
John doesn't trap.
You started bullying me.
I think that Fiona's heart must have been in her mouth there. She was on a limb. She had the best hand, but
Well, she should have raised pre-flop.
it's getting very edgy. And Fiona Foster, 186,000. She's not far from par. But the real story right now is Ronnie, who is dripping away.
He's struggling there. He's frustrated all of a sudden.
And you have to wonder what he'll do if he picks up a middling hand on the button. He'd been so successful earlier with those button raises.
Trouble is now, if he raises, he hasn't got much left to scare anybody away with.
It has to be all in, doesn't it?
Total 50,000.
Raise to 50,000.
That's a big one with a 9 and a 4, especially if he hits somebody with something else.
Well, you can't accuse him of lacking courage.
It's got some bottle. Oh,
God.
well.
Well, it's...
Is he going to call? Let Fiona hang herself as well. What do you do? Do you freeze out the other person here, Jesse? Is that the done thing, or do you think you take a chance on having 2 against you with aces?
I mean, I think the stakes are so big that you just have to just get the money in. I mean, actually, Ronnie is now getting a chance for a free flop here.
He's just
where
called.
It's disastrous.
He's actually told John what he's got, but
he certainly has.
disastrous. Is it disastrous? Oh, it is so disastrous.
I think flopping a pair might have been worse for Ronnie here. I mean, at least he can get away from it now, can he?
2 hearts, but John's not going to let him see one.
20,000.
Small teaser bet. Don't Ronnie go all in.
Ronnie of the mind that a 9 or 4
He's lost
would
the
get
patience,
him.
he's lost the control, and he's going to pay the penalty, I think.
He's just decided that this pot is too big to leave behind.
Now where does he go? John Regis.
You know, we're seeing all the cards. And the terrible thing here, Steve, is that Ronnie actually he took our advice and he's about to do it all.
The plot has been lost.
Oh, it's all over.
It's all finished, and he knows it as well.
There's
He knows.
200,000 in there, and Ronnie O'Sullivan cannot win.
Love it.
He cannot win.
John.
Oh, sorry.
9. He's got a jack 9, 8, 7, 4. It's not the greatest hand in the world.
It's a nice hand if you're playing low ball, but that's...
21. 22.
Oh.
Don't put it in. Whatever you do, don't call.
22.
He's calling.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
you can't call with that. It's a capitulation from Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Oh dear.
A slight drop of standard at the end there for Ronnie.
Just
The
tell me.
massage was calling.
It's just picture.
It was close.
I mean, he's played such a brilliant game, Stephen. You even have to like
Oh, my head's 12.
his
Oh,
raise at the end,
it's
but
done me. Well done.
He may never play poker again after that.
out in third, Ronnie O'Sullivan, and the rocket has finally been stopped up short. The last hand, Ronnie said the pot is too big to let go. Regis, overkill with the aces, beating the jack high and putting this match head up. Ronnie, it looked like you decided to get aggressive at the end there, and John just woke up with something huge.
I don't think he needed anything huge. 9-4. I didn't have no pair on the board. I was just Kentucky was calling, you know.
But early on, you were well in control of that table.
I was having a go, you know, and I learnt a lot off of Fiona because she was stealing a lot of the hands, and I thought I could see my chips dwindling away, and I thought I've got to try and do something here. So I picked a little bit of a tactic off of her, and you know, I felt I was standing it. But to be honest with you, when you're getting 8-4, 7-2s, 9-4s, Jack 7, Queen 3, I was getting frustrated, and I just couldn't be bothered.
Who would have